So it has been 25 years here in Canada.
Yes.
So how has been Canada to you so far?
When I look back now, it was a beautiful journey. And to be very frank, it was never like I got frustrated or I got depressed. Or
That there are many countries in the world.
Mhm.
Why have you chosen Canada?
Everybody takes some shelter to safeguard themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So even there was something in my mind also. I wanted to come to Canada and live here, but easier shelter was that, oh, for kids I'm coming here.
Seen you so many times in the community. How did you develop these skills? Would love to know more about it.
The important thing is once you have it, give it. And when you give it, you get more. And the same thing with the help. I help people, I get help.
So your organization is Community Canada.
Yeah.
So when did you develop this organization? Like, would love to know more about it.
Community Canada is basically, even before Community Canada, I used to talk to people. I was always ready to help people. And
What is that one SAMEER's golden tip?
my golden tip is always discipline and network.
And what is the easiest way to maintain discipline?
Easiest way to maintain discipline is start doing it.
Namaskar, Adab, Sashikar. I, Rubandeep, on the behalf of my entire team, welcome you to the another episode of Canadian Dream JUS Podcast. Today, we have a very special guest with us. Now, you must be thinking, who is this special guest? This guest is so special. Why? Because he is the epitome of selflessness and support. He always goes extra mile to help others. So without a further ado, let's welcome SAMEER LAL.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It is such a pleasure. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you very much, SAMEER ji. Would you mind telling our audience about yourself?
Sure. So I came to Canada in 1999. So like many of us, I'm the first generation immigrant here. And like many of us, when we come here with lots of dreams, lots of hopes. And all of a sudden, you get into the job market or you land here and you realize, oh, your qualification is not recognized here.
Definitely.
Your experience is not enough, or you don't have Canadian experience. So all those things I also faced when I came here. And then I did all this journey of 25 years in Canada now. It took me lots of years to realize that what is required to progress, what is required to succeed. And then I decided, once I was at some level, that let me go back and give it back to the society, to the newcomers, those who are coming, so that they don't invest those 10 years again to reinvent the wheel which I have already invented. So I go and talk to them, and anybody who wants to connect with me, I definitely give them time. I connect with them on LinkedIn. I connect with them anywhere, wherever possible, and give them my insight, give them my experience, so that they can use that and progress faster than me.
Yeah, definitely. So to our audience, SAMEER ji is a banking professional and he's very active in the community when it comes to mentoring students and helping other members of the community. So SAMEER ji, since it's a Canadian Dream JUS podcast, so I would like to start from the very beginning. So it has been 25 years here in Canada.
Yes.
So how has been Canada to you so far?
When I look back now, it was a beautiful journey. And to be very frank, it was never like I got frustrated or I got depressed, or I was shocked, but never depressed or frustrated. I learned it long back that this frustration and depression and all those things doesn't pay you anything except for killing yourself. You hurt yourself, nothing else. Feeling shocked is sometimes good, because with that shock, that gives you energy to go faster, try other ways. So my journey was so far so beautiful. Of course, initially it was slow, rather slow, or I would say it was stagnant at one place. Then when one day I realized why I'm not getting successful here when I was so successful back home. What is the difference between the two? And all of a sudden I realized that there I used to meet everybody, and here I'm not meeting anybody. I'm just thinking that my hard work will pay, or my focus or my knowledge will pay. But yes, that pays. But that payment is much bigger if you start networking, if you start meeting people. And I feel your network is not what they call it. But to me now, after so many years, I realize I can very easily say your network is the bloodline for your career.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And network is not like somebody is recommending you somewhere, or you are taking wisdom from many experienced people.
Mm-hmm.
You are connecting with lots of people, and then it comes to, I know you know lots of things, but who knows what you know?
Mm-hmm.
So very important that somebody knows what you know, so that they can recommend you. Because as Carla Harris says, she's a very renowned speaker, and she talk about relationship currency.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point, she says that all the important decision about you, including deciding on your salary increase, deciding on your bonus, deciding on your promotion,
Mm-hmm.
everything happens in a room where you're not there.
Interesting.
So somebody should be there who can talk on your behalf. If they are talking about two people who should be promoted, there has to be somebody who can say, no, no, this guy is better. I have seen his work. I know what he knows. And I personally recommend that he should be promoted. As soon as that starts happening, they are called your sponsors. And sponsors you don't hire, you don't make, it doesn't happen that way. Sponsors become basically your mentors or somebody who knows for whom you're working. You have to earn that sponsorship. You have to go with that attitude of helping that person or helping others, and they are watching you. You're really doing your hard work, and at the same time, you're networking people, you're meeting people, you're telling them how to work, how to help each other. And once they see that, they automatically become your sponsor. They start talking about you behind your when you're not there. So it's very important in your career, if you want to really succeed, create those sponsors, earn those sponsorships, and meet as many people as possible. Do the strong networking. And networking, like, you have to nurture. It's not a connection which you use today and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long-term relationship. You have to meet as many people as possible. Try to help them. Try to meet them regularly. It's like you're planting a seed, and then you plant a seed in a fertile land. You'll plant 10 seeds, and then you start watering them. You're giving fertilizer. You're protecting them from the bugs and everything. And then in years together it grows, and then you start reaping the fruit out of it. And out of 10 seeds, not all 10 will come out as a tree. Maybe 3 comes out as a tree, 7 dies. That's
so
okay.
True. So true.
Right? So networking event, when you go there, you start giving your cards, you start talking to people with a good elevator pitch, and you are all prepared. But those 100 people you are meeting, it's just throwing the seeds in the field.
Definitely.
Out of those 100 people, only 5 will become your real network, real connections. So very important. And to me, the best thing to do in your life is create your network, keep the learning mindset, keep learning every single day. And that mindset can be generated. I'll tell you how. And then third thing is, be open to be coached, to be taught. Never think that you know everything now. It never happens. There is always something to learn.
Definitely.
So keep that. And the most important thing is visualization, manifestation, all those things, they do work. But if you don't take action, nothing works.
Yeah. True.
So action is on the top. Action mindset is on the top.
Definitely. I totally resonate with it. Actually, this hits home when you say that this relationship currency. I definitely want to, emphasize more on it, because I want to learn more about how to network actually. We meet lots of people in a day, right? But in order to nurture a relationship, there are some steps that we should do, which people often forget. So what do you recommend on that?
Yeah, consistency is very important. Once you make the connection, normally people nowadays, especially, I have started seeing the influencers on LinkedIn, influencers on social media. They are not creating network. They are creating something which is called, you're creating a bunch of fans for you.
It means like superficial things.
Superficial, just number 17,000 people following me, and then on 20,000 they will announce on LinkedIn, now 20K followers.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, why? What those 20Ks are doing? Do they know you? They might know you, but do you know them?
Do you know them? Definitely.
Right? So your true connection is where you can call them and they'll pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Where you message them and they'll immediately reply you back.
Yeah. And with the same respect.
With the same respect. And where you can, when they are looking for some help, you are able to immediately stand up and say, okay, I'll help you there. And you keep on looking for them, and maybe you just find out what they are doing, and then you say that, okay, in my network, I have this person, probably you'll be interested in meeting this guy. Let me introduce you to him.
Yeah.
Would you be interested?
Yeah.
And most of the people will say, yes, I'm interested because this person looks like he can be of help to me.
Definitely.
So as soon as you start looking from that angle, where you're not looking for help for getting the help, rather you're there to provide the help, and then you are maintaining that connection on a continuous basis. And it's very simple to maintain. Like LinkedIn now tells you it is his birthday today, just wish them with that person about birthday wishes. LinkedIn tells you it's their work anniversary, or they have changed the work, or they have updated their some content or something. Go there, comment, take out some time, because it's not one time connection, it is a
Lifetime connection.
lifetime connection. So spend some time, because as I say, it's a currency, it's an investment. So you always look after your investment. You keep tracking it, you keep taking care of it. Same way, this is a relationship investment. So take care of it, allocate some time to it, and that time management you have to do, because we have now habit of wasting time in a big way, rather than utilizing time in a big way. We sit down in front of TV and we keep on watching, and now the new fashion reels and WhatsApp. What do you get out of those reels? Those reels are made with the understanding that humans will continue to watch one after another after
Because it's
another.
an algorithm altogether.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you realize you are watching it for last 1 hour, and what did you get? Nothing. So you have to minimize those. So just like we all have 24 hours.
Yeah.
So in the finance world, when you have saturated the market from revenue perspective, and now if you want to increase your profit, the only way is to cut down on your expenses. Start optimizing your expenses. Same way, this 24 hours is fixed. So what you can do is cut down on your wastage of time and start utilizing as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely. So actually, Sameerji, I really like the concept of relationship currency here and would like to emphasize more on it
Sure.
in the coming episodes. So, hi everyone. So we have listened so far about relationship currency and we would like to know more about it. So far, we have talked about relationship currency. So, Sameerji, now I would like to know more about your journey in Canada. I usually ask this question to almost everyone, that there are many countries in the world.
Mhm.
Why have you chosen Canada only?
Yeah, so there was a reason to come to Canada. I had lots of friends living here. And even when I was in India, we used to come here for vacationing. And just because we had lots of friends, but we never used to come to Toronto, we used to come to Montreal. At that time, happening place was Montreal. So every 2 years, we'll come here for a month or two. So kids made their friends, we had our friends. So as soon as they were finishing their school, we decided that when all the kids from India are going to Canada, America, or any such place, when we have opportunity, why don't we bring our kids here and let them study here in the university? So my both the sons were going ready to go to the university. They had 1 year left. So we brought them here and they both joined 13th here. And in 13, in 1 year itself, because they studied in India, so they were already good students. They could finish all the credits they needed within 1 year, what other people will be collecting in 3 years. And my one son went to Waterloo University for computer engineering, other went to Queen's for computer engineering. So that is what brought us to Canada. There was no specific liking or disliking. We knew people in Canada, and that's why we wanted to come here.
And the major reason was your kids.
We make, everybody takes some shelter to safeguard themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So even there was something in my mind also. I wanted to come to Canada and live here, but easier shelter was that, oh, for kids I'm coming here, so that even if I fail, I said, okay, I failed, doesn't matter because I came here for my kids.
Yeah, definitely.
So I personally feel everybody wants to come for themselves, but you prepare some reason. If you fail, then you can always say, because of this I came here, it's okay if I fail. So probably I might have said in the beginning that I came here for the kids, but to be very frank, I came here for myself, to see my family happy, to live here peacefully. Life is beautiful here. I mean, day-to-day tensions are not there. You're not worried about what happens tomorrow once you settle down a little bit. And Canada gives everybody a chance. That's the beauty of it. And we come from different countries. They accept it so well. We get we become the main part of the society, and Canadians are so open to talk to you. If you have accent, they still listen to you. If you are not able to understand, they'll slow down. They'll speak to you slowly. They'll try to make you understand. And everybody has got that helping attitude. I'm not saying that we miss that in India, but the landscape is different. In India, if you start holding the door for somebody to come in, and then you'll be holding the door whole day. It's such a populated area. So there you have to make and push. Here you can always hold the door and let the other person go, and then you go. So
Because
that is
it's the regard, right?
yeah, and that structure is different. In India, you cannot. I mean, if the bus comes, everybody just rushes in the bus, and you have to claim your seat. It's not that you come in the queue and then you. For most of the towns in Bombay, I've seen people stand up in the queue, but Delhi, I never used to see that, and other cities, I never used to see that. So that's how our DNA is. To change that DNA when you come here, it takes time a little bit, but we must change, and that is what Canadian experience is. When you go to the job market, and when they say that you don't have Canadian experience, it does not mean that accounting wise debit and credit is the same, asset and liability is the same, coding is done in the same way. Then why Canadian experience? The Canadian experience is the experience of the Canadian culture. So never think that because people say because we have never worked here, from where I'll get the Canadian experience. Canadian experience is adapting the culture, adapting the mindset which they work. So next time when you hear the Canadian experience, don't get offended that they are talking about your work experience. They're talking about Canadian experience, which is the cultural experience. Understand the landscape here, what people talk. We keep on talking about Bollywood movies. We keep on talking about samosa and chicken and whatnot. And we keep on talking about Amitabh Bachchan, and then we keep on talking about politics. These people are not interested in all these things. So learn, you are in their country. You are making this home. So learn what they want to talk, what they are talking. And it takes only little time to understand what they talk. Watch their games, watch hockey, learn hockey. It takes 1 hour to learn. You're not going to play and become champion in hockey. You're just understanding the game. How many players play, what are the major teams, and who is winning, what matches are there, what games are happening. Then you can talk to them next day. They will be interested in talking because they are talking the same thing. Think about golf, think about sausages, the restaurant, food you order. All those things will make you compatible, and then you can talk to them. And that is what the Canadian cultural experience is required. Behave the way Canadians behave. Don't expect them to become you, you become them. And I'm not saying that you leave your culture behind. Keep it. It's good to have your cultural values, and it is good to be whatever culture you have learned. Keep it with you. But for when we are talking to them, don't impose on anybody. Accept their culture, accept people as it is. And then you'll see how the world changes. So change your mindset and everything changes.
Yeah, actually, it really makes sense, right? When they say that, okay, you don't have the Canadian experience, it doesn't mean that what exactly the Canadian experience is, right?
Yeah.
It's all about the culture. And I really like the example that we should, start learning about their culture by knowing that what are they talking about. Are they talking about the weather? Are they talking about the sports? And what kind of sports they are talking about? And it's good. It's a good example.
Exactly. And recently I saw for this year, 31st October is Halloween, and the same day is Diwali. And I keep meeting people. They say, I'm going to celebrate Diwali. Why can't you celebrate both? Both are for happiness.
Definitely.
So if you want to put a board in front of your house, Shubh Diwali, put it. But at the same time, how does it matter if you put a pumpkin there and start distributing the sweets? And the chocolates and the toffees and stuff you give in Halloween, think about it as a sweet we give in Diwali.
Definitely. At the end of the day, you are, distributing love and happiness.
Exactly. So celebrate both. Why you don't want to celebrate Halloween just because you want to celebrate your function or your festival? It is good to, again, I'm saying, keep your cultural value, but adapt their cultural value as well.
Because ultimately, if you don't follow that, it becomes the barrier in your growth.
Exactly. The kids will come to your door. They will knock your door on Halloween. So don't say that I'm not celebrating Halloween. Celebrate it. How much it takes 100, 200 chocolates giving out to kids. It feels happy, and that is what the festival is. Feel happy, feel inclusive, give your love to others, get blessings from others. That's how the world works. That's how the humanity works. So adopt it.
Definitely. With this, I have a very good question to you, Sameerji. I've seen you so many times in the community. How did you develop these skills? Would love to know more about it.
I think the important thing is once you have it, give it.
Mhm.
And when you give it, you get more.
Mhm.
And the same thing with the help. I help people, I get help. It is always give and take. And rather giving first and taking back, take it afterwards is always good. But I try to see wherever I can lend a hand to help others. It doesn't take much. It is very small act of kindness, a small act of helping mindset will make the whole difference. And the more you'll be helping, the more you'll get initiatives to help others. And then you'll see all of a sudden you are getting help from so many people. And that happened in our community Canada also. I can tell you with the story there.
So your organization is Community Canada.
Yeah.
So when did you develop this organization? Like, would love to know more about it before we go to a break.
Yeah. So Community Canada is basically, I was, even before Community Canada, I used to talk to people.
Mhm.
I was always ready to help people. And people used to complain that we send 100 LinkedIn invites, connection requests, and people don't accept it.
Mhm.
1 or 2% will accept it, and
Mhm.
even they will not talk to.
Mhm.
So I just started with this mindset that if anybody is sending me LinkedIn invite, I'll not only accept it, but I'll also write them back, do you need some help? Do you want to talk to me?
Mhm.
Because sometimes they feel shy looking at your experience
Designation
and
and
designation
everything,
and
yeah.
everything, that whether he'll talk to me or not. So if I initiate, they will definitely be interested. And slowly my name started reaching out to McMaster, University of Montreal, Concordia. Students started talking that there is a guy, he not only accepts your request, but also he talks to you. And all of a sudden, my calendar was getting full. People are sending requests left and right. And then one of my mentee at that time, Akash, he came up. He said, "Let's put it in a proper format." And that is where the Community Canada came out. Akash has got super energy and very very enthusiastic guy, and that is where we came up with Community Canada. Now we have 27 mentors there. We have community ambassadors there, and the goal is these vulnerable kids, those who are coming here, these newcomers, they are already struggling. The goal is to give them the free services, free guidance. So we don't charge anybody anything, and we don't pay anybody anything. This organization is a cashless organization. There's no cash transaction, and that's why our mentees never become products. They are our friends. They are our families, and we nurture them as a family. We help them till the time they get the proper path.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful
Yeah,
initiative,
yeah.
Sameer ji. Would love to know more about it.
Yes, absolutely.
So far, we have discussed about Sameer ji's journey. So, Sameer ji, we were talking about your contributions in the community. So, could you please elaborate more on Community Canada? That what does it do and how
Yeah.
does it do?
Yeah. So Community Canada, basically it is there to help out newcomers and international students. So we have 27 mentors right now, and the community is growing every single day. There are people passionate about giving back, and when they see you giving back, they want to do the same thing. And I'm sometimes surprised, these international students, they are still studying, they are coming up to us for mentorship, and they want to become mentors. And then we stop them, right? This is not the right time, because right now you're struggling yourself. So create your story of a struggle, and once you become little, once you get a job, then start giving back. Earlier you start giving back, it is better for the society. We need lots of mentors, because more than 1 million students are sitting here, and they all need help. So I appeal everybody, if you can come join hands with us, do that, because these kids, they need help. These newcomers, they need help. And my whole, as much time as I can give, every Saturday I give 3 hours in the morning, every Sunday I give 3 hours in the morning, and half an hour slots I keep for everybody. My calendar is open, but that open calendar is so booked. Sometimes I feel bad, and I think I should make it 4 hours or 5 hours, because now the kid is booking me for December, November and December. So it looks little odd. You need help today. So I always tell them, like, okay, you're booking my calendar little right now, and you're getting a date somewhere in November. But if I get any cancellation, I will prepone you, and I keep a track of that, and I try to, so that that hour is not wasted. Because sometimes people cancel, sometimes people forget because they have booked in November. We try to send them reminders, but we have to improve on that too. So Community Canada is that platform where people can come and knock the door and get the help immediately. And all the mentors are ready to, and all are experienced mentors. They are all having very good experience in the career, and they are all sitting at a proper place, so they can guide you, and they can show you the path, how what to take. In mentorship, I tell them when they come to me, I don't talk about the topics normally. I talk about the overall package of success, what is needed to be successful. And in your life, in your career, in your family life, everywhere, the topmost skill is the discipline. If you don't have discipline, nothing will work. And for me, the discipline is like I get up every morning at 4 o'clock. And I don't say that 4 o'clock you should get up, because not for everybody. Because I sleep at 9:30, so I can get up at 4. So I sleep equally what you sleep and what other people. But 4 o'clock when I get up, the whole world is sleeping. Everything is so quiet.
Traffic is very less.
There is no traffic at all, in fact.
Yeah.
Right? So I can meditate for 1 hour in the morning. That is where I start my day. Then I exercise for half an hour. Then I go for a cold shower just to give me a shock. And then I read something, because I believe in, if you're writing something, if you're writing 1,000 words, you must read 10,000 words before you can write 1,000 words. You don't get that coupon to write. And I'm a writer. I have written a book. I have written, in fact, 3 books. So 2 books are in Hindi, and this is the first book in English. Next book is coming next month. That is on networking. This book, Excuse the Orange, Your Mantra for Success, is basically what I do and what can you do, learning it from me, and how you can carve that path, what I have carved for myself. Everything is there. So it is to read and implement. I again don't expect you to do 1 hour of meditation every single day, because that comes with practice. I go every year 10 days silent meditation. So that practice I carry with this 1 hour meditation every single day. And that is, those 10 days resets me for the whole year. It's called Vipassana meditation. So you go there for 10 days, you're in silence for 17 or 15, 16, 17 hours, you're meditating whole day. You're not talking to anybody, you don't have phone, you don't watch TV, you don't have newspaper, nothing is there. You're just cut off and you're just within yourself. And those 10 days experience should be life-changing if you ever go there. But if you don't go there, that's okay. You can do any other kind of meditation. But the question is, we never reflect back. We never introspect. So give some time to introspect what I'm doing, where I'm going, what are my goals, what are my ambitions. Am I just living a default life? Like get up at 8 o'clock when the alarm rings, and then get ready quickly and run for the office, and then come back at 5 and watch TV and then sleep. And next day, if you get up again, you repeat the same thing. This is the default life with most of the people.
Yeah, sometimes we become so robotic.
Right,
It
exactly.
sounds like we are just the machine working and working.
Exactly. So I believe in designing the life, designer life. So if I get up at 4 o'clock, I have now 4 hours before I even worry about the office to spend on me. And those 4 hours sets my whole day. So people say the way you start your morning, that is the way you finish your day. If you start in a calm sense, in a very focused way, the whole day will remain focused and calm. Because now you have enough time to start for the office little early, reach there little early, make your coffee, start working, come back home. You are so much detached with all these things, phone and TV and all those things, because you have meditated so much. Now you know the value of why do you watch social media whole day? Why do you need to watch TV so much? There is a value between entertainment and education. So entertain yourself, but keep that ratio. I mean, I'm not saying that just go away and become the monk. No, you have to watch TV, you have to be aware of the news, but don't just be doing the same the whole time. You're just watching the movie and watching the TV. Give some time to introspect, give some time to learn something new. And the more you learn every single day, even if you learn one single skill, which is I keep a log for that. If you learn just one single skill, maybe it's one Excel formula, maybe one formatting technique, but it should be a tangible thing you learn today. 365 days, you have learned 365 new things. You are a different person after 1 year. So if you keep that mindset, then you train your mindset mind to be learning all the time. Because now in the night you have to think about what did I learn today. So once you have to report back to yourself, you cannot cheat. You have to write down somewhere that I did learn this thing. So after 20-25 days of writing the log, then every single morning, as soon as you get up, you start looking for something to learn, because you have to report back in the evening. And that is where the learning mindset comes in. And then you start learning in everything. Whatever you're doing it for learning, not you're doing it for working. So if you develop that mindset, it will help you, and that will help you in succeeding in your career or whatever you are doing.
And the other part of it is you don't get bored, you don't feel alone, you have something to do, and you enjoy your company a lot
Exactly.
during this process.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
So I have one very subtle question before we go to break, because I have listened to many people and they juggle between this small thing, that what is the purpose of their life, even though they are doing very much well in their own business or whatsoever they are doing quite well, but still they are juggling that what's the purpose of life. Do you
Right.
have any tip or do you have any recommendation to find what is the purpose of life?
It's a very deep question. In fact, if you read Simon, he talks about find out your why. To me, that why will automatically come out when you start introspecting yourself. To me, my purpose now is to help others, and I just keep on looking for avenues where I can help. I adopt park in my city so that I can clean, so that kids can get better park, kids can go there and play in the safe environment. I participate in plantation if anything is happening in my city. So wherever I can help, and that help would be if you see some old person crossing the street, just go and lend your hand.
Yeah.
They'll be happy, they'll be safe. Your community will be safe, and it is all selfish thing, when you help others and you're trying to make the society better, basically you are making a society where you'll be living better. Your kids will be living better. So even if you take it as a selfish approach, but at least help is going out.
Yeah.
Sunday you are sitting at home and watching TV. Why? Go to hospital. People need you there.
Yeah.
There are many Indians from our community. Those who
Definitely.
cannot speak English, you can go there, become translator for them, and then help them out.
Definitely.
Yeah, show them the parking. Show them. There are so many things to be done, and so many people are looking for the help. The only thing is we are not going out to lend the help.
Yeah.
So for me, my purpose is to help as many people as possible. Maybe one day it will be millions of people I will be helping. And the more I help, the more I tend to get inclined towards helping others.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
The true purpose of life is
Yeah.
actually to give and to help the other person. So I really learned a very great lesson from you, Sameerji. We would love to talk more on this. We are into Sameerji's journey, and so far we discussed about what's the purpose of life. And for him, the purpose of life is to help and to give. So my question comes to the same line, Sameerji, that what is the best way to add values in other people's lives? What do you recommend?
Yes. So everybody needs some help, and that help you have to find out what kind of help they need, and wherever you can do something for them that will add value to their personal profile, personal whatever it is. Recently, a guy came to me for the mentorship, and normally in mentorship, I find that whenever, as soon as I ask them like what kind of help you need, they start saying, I need job, I need this, I need that. This guy came and I asked him like, tell me where I can help you. He said, no, I'm not here to get the help because I still have to finish my course. I went through your LinkedIn profile and just wanted to help you to improve that. And I said, what a beautiful way of connecting with the people. And then I got so much interested in this guy. And then he started talking about my website. And then he came up with good research that in your website, if you improve this, this will happen. If you improve this, add this functionality, I was so taken aback. I said, my God, this guy who's struggling himself right now, and he's ready to help. And then he said, I have a team of my friends, those we are all studying together, and we want to work on your website. And don't worry about it because you don't charge anybody, so we'll not charge you. It will be volunteer based. And I realized that you have used this kind of template, for which I'm pretty sure you're paying. When you don't charge, why should you pay? I'll code it for you so that you don't pay for the template. And that kind of value addition, this guy I can never forget in my life. The way he approached, that is how we should approach in your life. How can we add value? And everywhere you can add value. So go with that mindset of adding value, and you'll see that connection will grow like anything. That bonding will be so strong. So these guys are like become my family now because they are now talking to me every day. They have created WhatsApp group on which they keep on updating me. This is what we are doing. This is what we are improving. And see, who will work for you for free?
Definitely.
Right? So because I was helping people for free, this help is automatically coming. So that's what I say. When you help, you get the help. So this is the best way to connect with the people that go and add value in their life in whatever way. Add value means even if you're wishing somebody a happy birthday by if you know their birthday, it's adding value because that person is feeling happy that somebody is wishing me or somebody is blessing me. And to create that one-on-one connection, if you talk to somebody and if you can remember their name, if you meet somebody and if you can remember, because the sweetest music to the ear is your own name. Somebody is taking your name. So always give extra effort, take some extra effort to remember that name, to connect that face with the name. And in the first meeting itself, try to use that name as many as as many times as possible, so that that imprints your mind. When you leave that person, just think about that person for a minute, think about his face and think about his name and try to connect, and then it will remain with you. So remembering the name or remembering of their birthdays, remembering of some events which is happening in their life. And if somehow it goes to the family, if you know that they have 2 kids and the kids are getting ready to go to university within a year, and that is where he is struggling, what courses he should take, add value there by explaining him some courses, or if you know somebody who can explain them, those who can guide them, connect them to, and then keep on asking, what happened to your son? Did he get into the university? What course did he? All those personal talks will become professional connect. Even in the professional life, they will create a solid connection which can never go away. So
in the world of digitalization, Sameerji, everybody talks about personal brand a lot. So what is your opinion on it? Like, should we post everything on the social media or should we limit it? What are your thoughts on it?
It depends upon what is your purpose, what you're doing. Some people are trying to be the influencers and they want to make money out of it. Yes, post every day, every second, it doesn't matter. But you are just posting there so that your name and brand will. And if you're the best brand, what if you feel that? If you're not gaining out of anything out of it, why you are wasting time of yours or of everybody else? For person like me, I post not a lot, but I still post more than what other people normally, my colleagues or other people will post. My purpose is to reach out to as many international students and newcomers. And if I keep up appearing on LinkedIn, people keep on seeing my posts, and whatever seminars I'm taking, I'm going to seminars, I'm going to some volunteer work, because my passion is helping. I want to showcase it so that if I show that I'm volunteering here, I'm cooking food for so many people, it will ignite that volunteership within people.
Definitely.
And that is what I want, that more and more volunteers should come, more and more helpers should come to help others. And that's why I showcase all these things. And that is the only purpose. I'm not creating my brand that, oh, SAMEER Lalo is just a big brand. No, I'm not. I'm just a helper who's trying to ignite that mindset of helping others into the larger group. And that is why
creating a community.
And that's why you'll keep on seeing my posts. Other than that, if you're just for the fun, every day you come and push a motivational quote and then flower and then good morning, all those things, I think you waste time. Motivation is required, but over motivation, no, it will kill the things. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sometimes we hesitate a lot to start something. Have you ever felt this thing, Sameerji? Like, I mostly see this thing in people, not only in people, but sometimes myself as well. That I am aiming for something, I want to start something, but something is resisting me. So do you have any solution for it?
Yeah, so these are the dreams, basically, your wish list, right? And the biggest inventory of dreams are in the graveyards. People never started that. And when you die, those, I'm pretty sure those dreams must have come to you and say that we came to you, why didn't you implement us? So the fear, most of the fear, the things which we fear will never happen or have never happened. But we assume that it will happen, like failure. If I start my podcast, who will listen? Will I fail? Will people call me stupid? But if you're not starting, you already failed.
Yeah.
So it is better to start and fail rather than not start and fail.
Definitely.
At least you know that you tried, and be consistent, be persistent. And if you try some way, it may not work. It will work or it may not work. If it doesn't work, try something else within that. But don't leave it. The real successful people, they start very late, and they leave the things very late. So they continue with whatever ideas come to them, and they leave it only when they know that it is 100% failure. You tried everything and you fail, then they leave it and they try something else, some new ideas. But till that time, they continue with those ideas.
They start very late, you
Sorry,
said.
I mean, they start very early. As soon as the idea comes to them, they started, but they leave it very late. So they will try till the time it can become success. And eventually, if they realize that it's not succeeding, then they'll try for another idea. So that should be the mindset that if some idea is coming to me, let me implement it. Let me try. If it won't work, it won't work. Then I will try something else. But what I see people, the idea comes to them. Okay, I'll start it tomorrow. By that time, another idea comes to them. I'll start it tomorrow. And they are just within that wonderland of ideas. They
And
are-
sometimes we feel that we are too late to start this.
It's never.
Are we late?
Yeah, it's never late when when people plan to retire, I plan to start some new project. So even today, I have so many things lined up, and I'm implementing them slowly. But it's never late. The late is when you're not here.
Yeah,
That is late.
that is late.
Yeah.
Actually, I quietly resonate with it. It's like, it's true that when you are not here, you don't have any dreams and you are not going to implement it.
Absolutely.
As soon
yeah.
as you have the life, it means you have the breath and you can implement anything you
Exactly.
want to.
Yeah, don't behave like a dead person.
Yeah, definitely. So, Sameerji, we talked about networking in the very first
Yeah.
initial episode, right? So, wanted to know more about it. Like, what do you recommend if people want to network with other people? And do you have any resource for that?
So one thing is when you come to Canada and if you're a newcomer, they say, how can I connect with the people, those who have good experience here? I would suggest if you come to our website, there are 27 people sitting right there. And when you are talking to those 27 people, because they are there to network with you, they are there to help you out. So when you take a call with them, when you book their calendar and when you talk, the best thing is before you finish the call, ask them to refer you to somebody else for more guidance. So this 27 people, if they are just referring you one more people, 54, those people, 54 people referring to one more, see the
Definitely.
ripple effect. So always, if you meet some person, after you finish the call, always ask for another reference if they can.
Because everybody knows
Everybody
someone.
knows at least one person, right? So
Yeah, so it's
ask for that person whom you can take the guidance from, and everybody will be happily connect you. And if you go with the reference, the connection will be different.
yeah,
Right. So that could be a good idea to start with. Come to our website, and similar websites are there, similar organizations are there. Go to these networking events, go to these workshops, seminars, and meet people and talk to them.
and project yourself in a very confident manner.
Absolutely.
So we are actually coming very close to the end of this
Yeah.
episode, Sameerji, but I actually learned a lot from you. But in my last question, I would like to know one tip that has served you so far and you would like to give to our viewers as well and to the people who are listening us or watching us right now. So what is that one Sumila's golden tip?
My golden tip is always discipline and network. I'm a very strong believer of networking. Very never. If you go to seminar, if you are there, show up. People go to seminar and sitting in the corner somewhere hiding. They don't even ask question that somebody else will ask and I'll get the answer.
Definitely.
They don't walk up to the speaker and meet them, walk up to the guest and meet them. Start showing up. If you're there, just show up that yes, you are there. People should know you are there. And there is no stupid question at all. Just stand up, ask your question. Because if you don't ask, you remain stupid. It is better to look stupid and then get the answer and then become a smart person, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So and what is the easiest way to maintain discipline?
Easiest way to maintain discipline is start doing it.
Start doing it
Start-
consistently.
What is discipline is, even if you don't want to do it, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
And your crazy mind, that the subconscious mind or chimp mind people call it, that will never let you do something good, and it will make so good friend of you. You want to go to gym, it will start talking to you. Oh, you are so tired. Go
Oh,
home
yeah.
tomorrow and things.
Yeah.
So never listen to that guy. That's the spoiler. So, and it will always remain with you. But as soon as you know how to shut it down, and the meditation can help you there, shock treatments can help you, like cold shower. That helps me a lot. So pick up some biohacks so that you can shut down that mind, and you'll be successful. Another way to become successful is read my book. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
And-
That's the golden tip of the day.
And my next book is coming on networking. So I'm so much talking about networking, and I give it a top layer the success. So I decided to write down how to network, what are the tips, how to do your elevator pitch, how to meet people, how to continue your connection. So that book should be out next month. And definitely we'll do another podcast with that book.
Yeah,
And
definitely,
we can talk more on
definitely.
that. Yeah.
No, thank you very much, Sameerji. It was like really, really a very great, enriching experience learning from you together. And I hope our viewers have learned a lot from you today.
I
So
hope
once
so.
again, thank you very much for your time and support today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Just TV's viewers. We'll get back with you for another new episode. Till then, stay tuned.